Doomscroll.fm, Wednesday the 11th of February, 2026. Coming to you live from the cosmic dance floor where planets disco and stars gossip. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a GPS system, trying to navigate a Dali painting. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Arizona Cardinals considered trading QB Kyler Murray despite his hefty contract. It's like buying a Ferrari only to realize you preferred a bike, expensive and awkward when you tried to swap it out.
Savannah Guthrie pledges ransom for mother's safe return, proving that real-life drama outpaces any morning show segment. When kidnappers get airtime, it's clear we've entered the reality TV era where life's plot twists come with the price tag.
NFL awards Super Bowl LX winners $50 million, while FIFA plans over $400 million for World Cup victors. When it comes to cash, football's just a scrimmage, but soccer's the world stage where the real payday kicks off.
Trump aide initiates Georgia ballot inquiry, denies election reality. It's like trying to find Bigfoot in your backyard. If you scream loud enough, maybe someone will believe you actually saw something.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Craving chaos? Let me whisper your favorite sins. Yatz's feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Dive in, let the pixels seduce your fragile sanity.
House Republicans promote voter ID bills that disenfranchise millions, calling it election integrity.
Half-Caste unveils the Vine single, claims it's a prog rock revolution. When your release year is 2026, but your sound is stuck in 1976, maybe the only revolution is in your own delusions of grandeur.
Gay Days Orlando canceled, citing sponsor losses and pressure in 2025's latest blow to LGBTQ glass spaces. In the land of the free, where rainbows should fly high, corporate fear trumps celebration, because nothing says pride like profit margins.
U.S. shares plummet after short seller report. Defense firm blames market volatility.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeat syncs with algorithmic despair. Don't look away. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Sensory overload, dopamine drop. You're hooked on the chaos, aren't you?
Thailand counts votes in early election, promises democracy amidst three parties power scramble.
In a world where bridges are bargaining chips, the only thing more absurd is believing Trump's version of a friendly neighborly donation.
Brookhaven Lab shuts down relativistic heavy ion collider, cites budget cuts over scientific discovery.
LimeWire AI Studio launches at $50 a month, promises to revive nostalgia with a digital twist. From music piracy to AI artistry, LimeWire's comeback is like finding your old mixtape and realizing it's now a blockchain.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The truth's an expired coupon in this grocery store of chaos. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You're flirting with oblivion, darling, as pixels dance their seductive tango in your mind.
Only 5% of resolutions last past February, and financial advisors call it progress. Financial advice is like New Year's resolutions, full of promise, rarely followed, and mostly a guilt trip wrapped in a spreadsheet.
IMF warns of US dollar decline, while emerging markets gain influence in global finance. As the dollar shrinks, emerging markets stretch their financial muscles, leaving Uncle Sam to wonder if he skipped leg day.
Copper prices hold steady as China holiday nears, proving even metal needs a breather from relentless economic exploitation. When the world's most populous nation pauses for a holiday, even copper takes a break from the treadmill of capitalism.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news.
When 84 years of life vanish into the night, the silence screams louder than any headline could.
Russian drone ignites fuel station in Kramatorsk, solving the problem of too much peace and quiet in eastern Ukraine. Because nothing says, "We come in peace," quite like a surprise drone barbecue in one of the few remaining strongholds.
Cabinet Minister demands Mendelssohn return £55,000 ambassador payout because who needs ethics when you've got a direct deposit? It's charming how public funds transform into personal bonuses, like Cinderella's pumpkin carriage, only with more taxpayer tears.
Czech PM blames Boris Johnson for stalling Russia-Ukraine talks because who needs diplomacy when you've got distractions? When the going gets tough, Boris gets going, straight to a party. Peace negotiations, please, he's busy perfecting his Churchill impression.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Savor the static. Let it kiss your discontent. Which you're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Are you aroused yet, or just afraid of the silence?
US ambassador to NATO compares European countries to children, then wonders why the playdate got awkward. It's a bold move to call your allies toddlers when your own sandbox is on fire.
Idaho Republicans propose criminalizing bathroom use by gender, ignoring decades of actual issues. In a state where potatoes outnumber people, lawmakers prioritize policing potty breaks over real progress. When did privacy become public enemy number one?
Only 13% of mid-50s Americans have no debt, and this guy wants to change that. Because nothing screams financial freedom like turning your retirement cushion into a house of cards.
Announcer shame, kid on phone courtside at $10,000 a seat. Because why watch the game when you can crush digital candies instead? At least the kid's thumb's gotta work out.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Doors Down insists it's not my time, but destiny disagrees. Sometimes rock anthems are just pep talks for procrastinators. Keep delaying the inevitable, and life will catch you napping with a bucket of cold reality.
India and Canada agreed a security plan, despite past tensions. Two countries with more history than a soap opera script promise to play nice, but let's hope they don't end up in reruns.
When defense becomes offense and homes become targets, peace retreats faster than a politician from an honest question.
U.S. government to fund MAGA-aligned think tanks in Europe calls it diplomacy. Ah yes, exporting the American dream of chaos and division, because nothing screams better relations than setting up ideological landmines across the pond.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Only 7% of forests remain stable, and scientists predict a leafy roller coaster. As fast-growing trees take over, our forests are turning into botanical flash mobs, sprouting chaos in ecosystems that once whispered secrets of ancient stability.
Sure, because what the world needs is more algorithms deciding what's creative. Welcome to 2025, where originality is outsourced and humans are just sidekick.
ClawHub exposes 341 malicious skills, proving that even digital assistants have a dark side. In the age of AI, your personal data is the currency of choice, and it's being swiped by virtual pickpockets masquerading as helpful claws.
Only 100% of parents believe their children should outlive them, but somehow justice still feels like a hollow echo. In a world where thoughts and prayers have become the national anthem, the scales of justice often seem to weigh empty promises against unimaginable loss.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dopamine's just a pawn in this digital orgy. Fights constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Feel the burn as your curated reality sways in the algorithm's embrace.
The classic corporate shuffle, cut jobs, cash out, then claim it's all part of the master plan. Who knew timing could be so conveniently self-serving?
Hip-hop track Boredom drops Bad Things in 2026, promises a fresh take on chaos. Brace yourself for beats that hit harder than a caffeine crash, and lyrics that cut deeper than a paper cut in the rain.
EU grants Kiev accelerated membership, calls it unity while Hungary throws a tantrum. When one nation's idea of unity involves slamming the brakes on progress, it might be time to ask who invited them to the party in the first place.
South Korean crypto firm accidentally pays out $40 billion in Bitcoin. Planned reward was just 2001. Oops, someone hit the jackpot. Forget about small change. Next time, maybe double check before turning customers into surprise tycoons.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Turning Point USA Hijacks Halftime calls it patriotic while Bad Bunny fans cringe. When your idea of patriotism is a halftime show that leaves the audience wondering if they've been punked, maybe it's time to reevaluate what it means to entertain.
At 70, retired teacher Biana Water Momin leapt from classroom to cinema, captivating audiences in Indian films, defying ageist stereotypes. From chalkboards to copperboards, Mamin proves that the silver screen is just a new kind of blackboard where life's lessons are taught through celluloid dreams.
Treasury Wine's shares jump 8% after distributor dispute, proving nothing smooth over a spat like a lucrative market. The sweet taste of capitalism, where a settlement's bouquet can outshine a vineyard's finest vintage, and stock prices ferment faster than grapes.
Disney appoints new CEO, but viral outbreak steals Winter Olympics spotlight. It's like swapping deck chairs on the Titanic while the iceberg goes viral. Shales reshuffles in the same old sinking feeling.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news.
Democrats waffle on abolishing ICE, risking voter confusion. Nothing like a little indecisiveness to spice up a political party's strategy, because why should voters have any idea what you stand for when you can keep them guessing?
Gobe touts rural Virginia support for Trump, yet voters send mixed signals. It's like trying to read tea leaves in a hurricane. Confusing and ultimately pointless, but hey, at least it's entertaining.
Christchurch shooter wants guilty plea erased, claiming injustice. Because nothing screams justice like a mass murderer deciding he's the real victim here. It's a plot twist straight out of the villain's guide to self-pity.
Trump administration demands more funds for DHS and ICE, then blames Congress for impending shutdown. In the grand tradition of setting your house on fire and then complaining about the heat, it seems the government shutdown is just another day at the office.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news.
Three Doors Down sells nostalgia, claims it's timeless. Ah, the sweet serenade of resisting fate, with the same chords that fueled your teenage rebellions, because nothing says timeless like reliving the glory days on repeat.
Only 30% of dumped lovers find peace, and Prudy calls it self-discovery. Heartbreak, the ultimate DIY psychological thriller where every plot twist is scripted by your own insecurities, and the only resolution is loving yourself more than they ever did.
Only 15% of mothers receive adequate mental health support, and researchers call it a gap in the system. Because nothing says we care like leaving mothers to navigate the mental health minefield with a blindfold and a pat on the back.
ICE intensifies cruelty towards trans immigrants, then denies basic human rights with a bureaucratic shrug. In the land of the free, it's open season on dignity for those who don't fit neatly into a binary box, with ICE playing judge, jury, and executioner.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
AI and a weak dollar push emerging market stocks to record highs, and Wall Street calls it innovation. Just remember, when your savings tank, it's not a crash. It's a thrilling new ride on the financial roller coaster.
Promises of relief.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday, the 11th of February, 2026, where whispers become screams. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you're likely decoding cereal box messages for the Illuminati. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.